Hello, I am off to Bowood House this morning, which is a private house near Devizes. It's not a national trust, which is very unlike me, but it's somewhere that opens in the summer seasons. And apparently, it's got lovely gardens and all that. So, I'm going to try and take some video whilst I'm there. I'm going with family and they don't like to be filmed, which is fair enough. So, I'll just take some little snippets and piece that together for you because I like taking inspiration from these big stately home gardens. I particularly like a kitchen garden. I love a kitchen garden. I love how neat and tidy they always look in comparison to what I can achieve. So I'll be taking inspiration there. They usually have some really nice flower beds as well. And I think there's a lake there as well. There's some play areas. It'll be a good fun day out. Hopefully the little one will enjoy it as well. The weather's looking good. So let's go. Every now and then I get a real urge to knit something, even though I have other projects on the go at the moment. Knitting is something that I will all of a sudden get like an urge that I need to knit something. And so I went out and treated myself to some very, very cheap yarn. I'm going to try and make a high-necked tank top out of this. This is not the recommended material. For the pattern, they wanted mohair alongside DK wool, and mohair is just too expensive for me, especially for something that I don't know if it's going to come out okay. So I'm going to use this, but it's a really nice blue-grey colour, which I think will suit me quite well. So I'm going to cast that on this afternoon because I'm feeling a bit under the weather and it's far too hot to be outside as well. So I'm going to sit, catch up on a bit of Game of Thrones, and yeah, start a new knitting project. I have other projects I could be working on, but I just want something that I can just do without really concentrating on, and knitting is that. I'm actually doing a gauge swatch, which I don't usually bother doing. Basically, is to work out that the needle size and the yarn size is creating the correct amount of fabric that you need for the pattern. I probably won't do too much more on this. You should always do one of these, but I'm really impatient when it comes to starting new projects. Day 2. Knitting in the chaos of the patio garden. My daughter has been watering the plants. I'm slowly getting there. The end of day 3. And I've definitely made some progress. I've done both sides. And now I'm knitting in the round and doing the body part. Day 4. And we're coming along nicely, although for some reason my stitches seem to look different from here onwards and I can't figure out why, but it's coming along nicely. Day 5, and I've just finished one ball of wool, so now I'm on to the second ball, and I think I'm kind of at the waist bit now, so I need to come a little bit further down, I think, and then this is going to have a high-necked collar as well, so I've still got that bit to do. So it's coming along nicely and it's knitting up a lot quicker than I thought it would. I've realised why this looks different up here. I've got twisted stitches, which I've never had before. And I think it's because I usually knit on the round, which is what this bit here is when I'm literally knitting round and round, whereas this top bit was knitted flat. The shoulders were then made, then the next part was knitted flat, and then they were joined. And I think that's, I've obviously got a different technique when I'm sewing flat, and that's why. But I'm sure it won't be that noticeable when I'm wearing it, and it'll probably be just me that notices it, but it is a little bit irritating. It's day 6, I think. I think I've missed a day. I finished the lengths of it, and I've bound off the arms, which are looking good, and now I'm just working on the neck. I'm really enjoying working with this yarn, so I think I might get the same but in a different colour to make a kind of autumn winter jumper, because it's really nice. Thank you, sweetheart. It's really nice material, but it should only be a couple of hours now, and I can probably finish the neck, and that will be done. I now have my finished piece, which I'm wearing. I do still have a few bits and pieces that I need to tie in and trim, but overall it is done. I'm in my daughter's bedroom because the lighting in the conservatory is very orange where the sun is blaring through, and this is very warm. So I can't wear this in the conservatory as well. So we're up here, it's a bit cooler. So the edging I really liked on here. Now this was meant to be high necked, and then I kind of thought to myself, if I'm wearing a high necked tank top, it would have to be cold enough to warrant wearing a high necked top, which means I'm going to have very cold arms. So I didn't do the high neck in the end. I've just done a rolled neck instead, which matches the rolled edge here. This hasn't been washed and blocked yet, so I'll need to do that, pin it in place just to get the shape right. But overall, I'm really quite happy with it. I really like the colour. You can definitely see the stitching difference here, which is irritating me a bit, but it kind of works just mid-bust, I suppose. If I put it down further, it could be hard to design. Other than that, I think it's come out quite well. I just need to figure out what I was doing with these stitches that was different for future projects, but I really like it. And I've still got just over half a ball of yarn left, so I'm going to make like a skinny little scarf tie type thing that I can wear in the autumn when it is getting a bit chillier, because I do like this colour. This colour's nice. I don't know how often I can wear this with denim though, because it is quite a denim-y colour. It might be too much together, but overall, other than the clear stitching difference, I really quite like it. And for anyone that's interested in the pattern, it's the Sandock top, and it usually does have a high neck if you've seen the pictures, but I've changed it slightly. But yeah, I've been to the garden centre and got some more bargain plants, which I'm going to add in this week. I managed to get not one but 2 clematises. Is the plural for clematises clemati? I don't know. Let's look at this one as well. I'm going to pop one of these out in the front garden. I currently have a really pretty blue clematis that goes along one side of the fence, but I think having one on the other side would be nice, and then they can kind of mingle in the middle. And I've got this nice white one, which I think I'm going to pop in the back garden, further down the garden along the fence. Then I've also got some catnip, which I'm going to pop in. Now I think this can get quite tall and leafy, so I'm going to pop it towards the back, again in the bit of the border that I have cleared. And then I've got this plant here, which is very pretty, that I got for £4, that I'm also going to pop in the border. I've also got the 2 hostas that I need to move into the front garden, as well as the annuals that are out there too. So I'm going to have a little front garden session. Now my front garden only really gets sun in the morning, so it's better for partial shade. I use the same compost as I used in my vegetable garden, and it is just full of weeds. So I need to take out all the weeds and then put the hostas in. But I've also picked these up from my mum's house. Some of these are annuals and some of them are perennials. These ones here are annuals. Just to add a pop of colour and a bit of height to the garden because it is just very much a brown patch. I'm going to start off with the clematis. I'm going to pop it in that corner and then I'm going to trail it through the fence along in this direction, and then any off spurts that come along I can also mix it into this side with this really pretty blue one. This is on its second flowering. I made a deadhead with all the other bits. I didn't realise it was getting a second flowering. And hopefully then they'll mingle in the corner. This is my front garden 2 weeks later and it hasn't done a great deal. My clematis has come back out in flower, which is gorgeous. The hostas are in place and look perfectly healthy, but all of the hundreds and hundreds of flower seeds that I scattered a couple of months ago haven't really come to anything. Got a couple of plants just there, that's pretty much it. The clematis at the back is okay but looking quite parched. And then over here I ended up removing the peony because it's just dead. I'm fed up with seeing it. I've got a couple of other little plants that have come up, but it's not doing a great deal, so hopefully in the next couple of months it'll start coming to life, or I'm just going to have to pack it full of more plants.